Hello. Hello. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh.
I obviously left myself unmuted, so that was a double up. Sorry very much for that. We're here. We're live.
Hello.
D&D.
Are we really here?
We
Yeah.
really. Is anyone ever really anywhere?
Has anyone ever been as far to it? No, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
do that.
You would never say that probably, I'm sure.
No, there's too many things to remember.
We did it. Full cast even. Exactly. Everyone's here. We made it.
Oh shit.
And we're on a Monday. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that 9. Last time on Dungeons and Dragons, there were some licensing issues. And now we're gonna call it Dragons and Dungeons. As well as there was in this room over here where they had left off the previous time, there was a regiment of clockwork soldiers that Ailey had gone and investigated. Seemed like they were all off, so the team went the other way to see what was going on over there. Found a in construction clockwork what's it called? Bahia, one of the ones that they had one of the ones they had previously faced. Oh lord, that's just gonna go forever, isn't it?
What's gonna go forever?
These sounds.
No, see, I never get this.
this
No,
mod is getting
so,
struck so badly. It is getting struck so badly for that sound. Anyway, clockwork Bahia. It was half constructed. Got Joe to convince.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, got Joe to convince the Clockworks and constructing it to stop constructing it, at least for now. And then they continued on their way up through some mechanical rooms. Had a nice little hero's feast. Went in to confront whatever was going on in there.
So Haley's picture changed again on your thing as well.
Yeah, yes. Oh, you mean this one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably because I used the old thing. I'm sorry, I'll fix that at some point. Yeah, whatever. Lost my train of thought now. Thanks.
Everything broke.
Went and confronted the people who were the guy who was standing in this room with the clockwork dragons, who seemingly was the cause of the corruption. At first glance, it looked like it was Grand Sorcerer Domron, the guy who you had previously talked to, the head of the Sorcerer's College. Turning around, he reveals an altered self form. Turns out that underneath that was the the elven form of Oladan, at least what you assume to be Oladan, a scarified elf, very much of Jamie's ilk, who apparently who was kicked out, and you know the deal, you know the lore. Read the wiki.
Do today.
Read the wiki. There's no wiki. I'm sorry. Anyway,
Hey, Varys is working on that.
I had a bit of a fight with him. He seemed particularly interested in fighting and killing Thoricus. Seemingly successful there, managing to force Thoricus to use their embrace and sacrifice a little bit more of their soul to become more powerful and avert death.
Freak him out with it. Same shit.
Yeah. He summoned a couple of monkey demons, and then upon his almost demise, he became a shadow demon and fought a little bit more, and then he was promptly destroyed, it seems, but did say ominous things about seeing everybody again.
You've forgotten the very important thing.
Yes.
Or was I
And
distracted at the time?
Ailey was turned into a dragon. As Joe polymorphed Ailey into a copper dragon momentarily.
I was slightly confused about breathing acid instead of fire.
Yes. It was interesting. It was an interesting feel for you. But that was the case. It was probably for around like half a minute that you were a dragon in total.
Yeah.
So it was short-lived, but Ailey
It
will,
was long enough.
Ailey will never shut up about it. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
We ended on the demise of the final gorilla demon, as they did not stop fighting once thing was gone. But everyone has leveled up, so they may do that or make the decisions as necessary. I know that Varys is going to take a level in Artificer. I will have to do that for him, as it is not in the list of things that he can do. That's not that one either.
I was
One
looking at
Artificer.
multi-classing Ailey, but I would just get too confused, and
Do you
she's
want
technically
to-
multi-classing dragon already.
Yes. Do you want to
So-
roll a d8 for your hit? Not you.
No.
Not you. Do you want to roll a d8 for your hit points, Varys? Or would you like to take the average of 5?
I think I'll take the average.
Okay.
Last time I
average.
rolled a 2 and that was not fun.
Is Nemi leveling up as well?
Yes. So, for those of you who aren't getting a brand new multi-class, go into your features tab and change your level up 1 of the class that you're leveling up.
Set back up. Why is my background empty?
Because I haven't changed, because the new system added proper backgrounds as a feature,
Oh.
and I haven't added your specific backgrounds to this.
I added it, but it didn't seem to do.
Well,
Oh no, there we go.
yeah, it would have come up with a thing asking you if you wanted to roll or do hit points.
That hasn't come up. But it does look like my proficiency went up by 1. That's the only difference I can see. But it didn't ask me if I want to roll.
Oh,
And
Yeah,
my
it didn't.
health is still the same.
I see. You
Yep.
guys have got the old class system still, so it did not
Right.
work. Okay, 2 seconds.
Should I roll? 9, are you still watching? Should I roll, or should I just take the 4? I think, is mine a D8 as well? I can't remember. Or is mine a D6?
Might be D6 for Rogue, I'm not sure.
I know I put it in the chat. Just go find it. Oh, that's right.
No.
And sneakers 5d6. Oh no, I didn't write it. I just wrote.
You got 1d8.
That is 1d8.
Still the old stuff. I thought I had fixed that. I'm annoyed.
Yay! 1 better than if I didn't roll. So Ailey gets 5.
It's a D8. Cool. So I'm gonna set you back to level 1, Thrakus. Don't worry about things freaking out for a second.
All good. I'll stop looking at my stuff.
And it should do that fine. Cool. Now if you level up to level 2, that should sort that out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gambling on this one.
Cool.
If you ever run into Thorzag, Ailey is not going to be nice.
No. Cool. That's Thrakus and Amy sorted out. Nimi, if you would like to
Am I
level up as
sorted
well.
out?
Yeah, do that. That's all you do.
It still says I'm level 8 for me. Wait, no, that's what we were going to. No, we were going to level 9, weren't we?
Yeah, so level up to level 9.
That's what I'd already done. Oh, right.
Nemi was level 6 and she is now level 7.
I rolled a 5 before. Do I get my 5 or do I get the 4?
You get the 4.
Because it was broken?
Yeah.
God damn it. The one time I roll well, might as well have just.
I mean, it was
taken
the 5 was average anyway, so
No, it wasn't. 1d8, so it'd be 4, wouldn't it?
you get 5.
No,
I'm pretty sure.
It's 5.
Yeah, you give him 5.
God damn.
It's ever so slightly above average.
Yeah.
Right, so now I
it's more
get
of a gamble
less.
for rolling.
Well, you get the actual. I mean, the actual average would be like 4.5, right? It's a nice round up for you. So you get, but just you get on the you get the less than average. The
If I knew I wasn't getting to keep
Yeah.
the 5 that I rolled earlier, I wouldn't have.
I mean, what?
This.
What? You wanted to roll, you gotta roll. This is how it works.
Yeah, I did. I rolled. And I
Well,
got a
you would have
5.
if it wasn't a 5, you would have had to keep it. If it was a 1 or a 2, you would have still had to keep it. So
What?
Reroll ones.
Yeah.
don't we?
well, yeah. If it was a
For
2,
HP.
if it was 2, you would have had to have
That
kept
was-
the 2.
I think that was what happened to me last time.
Yeah. So be grateful that it wasn't so bad.
I only clicked the
Yeah.
reroll
Nimi,
thing
were
because I
you
thought
gonna-
it needed it to continue
Up to
on.
level 8 now? It should work
I
for
was
you.
level 6.
Oh, you were? Okay, then that should be fine.
Um,
I think your hit points
do I
didn't
need to roll
work.
for
You can roll if you would like, or you can take the
hit
average.
points? What am I rolling?
For Bard, it's a D8. So, 7.
Not bad.
Uh, 54. Why is numbers not working? Numbers 53.
Because I rolled a 6. I can math sometimes, not usually.
It's
but
plus.
sometimes.
It's plus Constitution modifier. So.
Ah, no,
So-
I can't math apparently.
I don't know why it's
In
not
that
letting me
case,
update
it's-
this.
50.
54. I'm not allowed to update your hit points.
Shall I do it if I can?
Sure.
There we go.
Why am I not allowed to do that?
You should be allowed to do everything.
I wonder if it's
Apparently, I
designed to
have
do.
14 temporary maximum hit points.
Yes, you got that from the Hero's Feast. Yes.
That explains why my hit points at 61 out of 54.
Exactly.
Whew.
So that is where we're up to right now. Yeah, what is everyone doing right past battle? Thrakus is 30 feet up in the air, having just dropped one of the monkey gorillas down from their talons. There's one of the dragons, the one up here. None of my stuff is working. This one up here was covered in acid from Ailey's dragon form. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of other dragons standing here. There is like some
I mean,
machine.
Ailey would be apologizing to her fellow dragon, being like, "Sorry, man. Like, didn't know if he was gonna turn you against us. I panicked. You know how it is.
Yeah, so Ailey is just
Intraconic the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, so no one else will know what's going on.
so Ailey's standing up right up against this dragon. Just speaking to it. It is not moving, not responding, nothing. Ailey still continues to converse with it. Varys, Thrakus, Nemi, what are your guys' things here? What are you up to?
Hey,
There's
do you want to skin these things?
Yes. Yes, I very much do.
Okay. I will offer my assistance to Thrakus.
Ailey would yell out, "Look for weapons and money!" in actual, like, comment.
Right. So there's only one monkey left over here.
Mm-hmm.
Because the other
one
one
over here, wasn't it?
Yeah, the one over here. Because the other one was banished by Joe and sent back to its hell plane.
Joe just out here ruining all our plans.
Yeah, sorry.
Ailey would want to investigate the room for any more, like, secret doors and stuff.
Absolutely.
Because now she's going to be obsessed that every room has secrets, and it's going to have a lot of trouble getting Ailey to leave this place.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, you would technically roll an advantage. It is a fiend.
I'm just for helping as well.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
advantage on skinning a fiend. Amazing.
Ready determined.
Yeah. So
To
yeah.
get more teeth.
Of course. Do I roll separate for that?
Yeah, because the head has been separated from the body as well. So take your knife, you clean cut through in the nice in the proper positions to completely get yourself a Belgura pelt.
Nice.
And you get a nice handful of teeth.
Do you get any canines? I really wanted those canines.
Yes, you do get both of those canines. They're really
Oh, yeah.
big.
They go on my necklace.
Yeah, let me just quickly look at what your current teeth is.
Human, mimic,
Just
finger bones.
add in separately the Pelgora teeth.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at two large canines. Three incisors. 4 molars. And 3 premolars come out without too much damage.
Cool.
While you're doing this, I'll go get a...
Perfect.
I might have to keep some of them for rolling for divining rather than adding them to my necklace.
Yes.
I should stitch myself a pouch.
Teeth pouch.
Yeah, teeth pouch. With teeth and bones and divination stuff.
Perfect. Great.
Go
I
through
love
the
it.
Augury.
I love it. Well,
Is there anything else around?
again, so there is some machinery that is going on over here at the far end of the room. There is a conveyor in the sort of ceiling in this area as well. Some sort of mechanism that seems to have been able to lower the dragon in place here. So, the dragons obviously get like piecemealed along the way from the many different places you've seen a lot of construction happening, and then finally lowered in place about here. The machine can probably lower them into this sort of row here as needed.
Sorry, Scully, what status, like, what's the state of the dragons? Aside from the one that's got acid on it, are they awake, alive?
No, they're so just like the clockworks that were in the other room. They are completely inert. They don't even have like the normal glow that other clockworks do in their sort of stable state. It seems like they've just never been given the energy, never had life at all. They currently resemble statues in that sort of way. You're not getting any sense of life to them at all. But they look pristine. This one here looks like it was like freshly minted. All of its pieces are all fresh, like shiny, brand new metal. These ones closer look like they've been here for thousands of years. This one maybe a couple of weeks.
Does there appear to be any sort of console or anything nearby?
Yep, so there's some machinery over here that seems like it could be interactable. Levers and such.
Joe, do you want to give me a hand over here? This might be what you're after.
You got it.
Alright.
I'll come and have a look too, see if I can help.
Cool. Joe moseys on over to the
Before we carry on, I am just going to use my second wind.
Cool.
Get some health back.
Alright, I'll apply that for you.
16.
Yeah, what did Ailey find with her
Investigation.
investigation of 14?
Well, everyone is starting to look around the room. There's a console over here that seems like it controls stuff. There's a mechanism that seems to be pulling the dragons off of a conveyor above this room and putting them down here. These dragons look like they're relatively new. These ones look like they're older. You're not finding a whole lot more else here. It seems like they're
secret rooms.
not.
Ailey would definitely
Currently.
want to go look at all the buttons, see if there's anything she can read from, in case someone was scribbling like sun god crap again.
Okay. Fair enough. Anybody else?
Plus, also Joe is there, so you know.
Yep. Joe's going over. Is everybody coming over?
Sure.
Yeah. What happened? I flung off the map.
Yep, same.
You flung off the map.
Yep.
It's
Well,
still there
here's
for
some-
me.
Oh, I could see Nemi. We yeeted.
Oh, doesn't look like I'm muted from my perspective.
I
What?
can't.
Okay,
Oh,
there we go.
yep, no, there we go. Yeah, no,
think we came
everyone's
back.
I'm
there.
over here. Yeah.
Oh, that
Okay.
was weird.
Yeah, I don't see any tokens off the bounds of the map.
We just got our perspective was just flung into the corner, I think.
Oh,
But
weird.
my token was there too, and then Nemi's token was there, and then they both disappeared.
And you were there, and you were there. All right. Well, can I get investigation from Varys? With advantage, please.
Absolutely.
All right. So, come on over. Come on over and start looking at everything first without touching. You know how badly they can go. It does appear that this is a mechanism of control more than programming or anything. Joe demonstrates this by pulling on one of the levers and seemingly controlling the mechanism that is lifting and moving the dragons. So, yeah. Basically turns to you guys and goes, this is what he would have used to start moving more of these out. If he wanted to have more than 5 dragons, I don't know what he could have havoc he could have wrought if he had more than this of dragons. It's quite a thought.
Yes.
That is a
So what
lot of
happened?
dragons.
Yeah, we saw what happened with one of them.
What on earth do you think he would want this many dragons for?
Well,
Yeah.
if his goals are to bring back the Black Sun God, then kill as many people as possible. Probably. Anyway, this is definitely where they are finally assembled, but I don't believe that they are programmed here. That construction-y sort of area that we saw, where there were clockworks working on stuff. Perhaps we go back there.
Sure.
I mean, wasn't he gonna just electrocute them into life? Is there somewhere else? Is he the only one that knows how to do it still? Who told him how?
That is all good questions.
Also, do we want to investigate one of these dragons? You were looking for an intact memory core, Joe. Would
That is
they
a good
have
point.
memory cores?
That is a good point. I will look at the one that Ailey has damaged.
That one might not still have a memory core. I don't know. Did she get the head or
The
the
memory
body?
core might be more accessible because of the acid damage.
Yes. He walks over to it. Yeah, it is in a state. It's just metal melting, like oozing down it where it is interacted with the acid. Yeah. Joe appreciates the help, sort of prying in between and making sure not to get any acid on himself, as that is would hurt him quite a bit. And it does manage to pry free an intact dragon memory core. Yes, this will be
Done.
this will be very helpful in assuring that we can find out what's wrong with their programming. But ideally, we'd find where these cores are programmed, which is again probably where they are put together entirely.
Fair enough.
Well, I guess we go have a look at that.
Let's go.
Okay.
Cool.
Bear in mind, Ailey will want to check every room and every corridor for secret tools.
Of course. Well, you're just coming back the way that you came for now.
Yeah.
You guys in a group. Real quick, so I can move
So
you.
any of the ones they haven't already investigated, she'll want to investigate.
Okay. Well, first off, you
So-
come back to this room.
How many rooms did we go through? How many times do I need to investigate?
Well, you haven't. You've already been through those rooms.
Yes, but she didn't investigate.
Yes, you did. You did. You did a rough investigation when you went through them.
I thought we only did it to the doors. Was it to the whole room? I can't remember.
I was giving you the benefit of the doubt to say that you were investigating for traps as well. And you have natural perception to check for things that would be otherwise secretive.
That's right.
So,
Because I'm a rogue.
yes. Otherwise, there are a couple of doors in this room, and seemingly there are parts and stuff being brought in from this door to construct this here, which is no longer being constructed. This one is, it seems to be, by the way,
Bailey would want to go
it is-
investigate all the doors, and if that's the lock one, whatever everyone else is doing, that's what she'd be doing, because it's Ailey.
of course.
Amy's going to follow because she's worried.
Yeah.
That is.
Well, I was like, I'll
totally
let you
fair.
all play out whatever's going on, but Ailey would literally just, this is what she would do.
Hmm. Cool. Well, whatever you want to roll for that, I'm gonna investigate it.
I
Gonna
was
listen.
gonna
Just gonna
I was
unlock
gonna
it.
wait till the others did whatever they were doing. But okay, she would do investigation. That was so close to 20. Looks fucking great. She's gonna open it.
Cool. Roll it. Roll your things, please.
Well, she definitely opened it.
Yep, that is unlocked. Considering 30 is the highest thing that the Dungeon Master's Guide lists as a DC for things. So yes, you unlock it.
In those big rolls.
Because her proficiency went up by 1.
Mm-hmm.
When your thieves' tools is so good, you'd probably unlock a wall.
Yeah. Yeah, basically at this
No.
rate. This window needs opening. Alright. Just let me get my thieves' tools. Yeah. Are you all not gonna talk to the other thing? Or are you all just too concerned about how Ailey's like, oh my god, locked door?
I mean, that
Joe wanted
seems-
to come back
We
and talk
probably
to everyone.
shouldn't separate.
It seems reasonable at this point that that everyone is on you like flies on shit right now.
Yeah, well, I was going off in the whole, like, while they would be talking, she would slowly saunter over and be like, yeah, seems good, and unlock it, and, like, peek through, and then kind of, like, turn back to see what everyone else is doing. And
mean-
then...
You didn't stealth, so I followed you.
Yeah. Well, from
We are
Would
on
Joe
permanent
have
Ailey
still...
watch.
Would Joe still have talked to the other two then, or...
well, they're currently inactive. As he
So
told
they're still inactive?
Yep, he told them to stop working, and they have stood down. So they are still just sitting there waiting for.
Are they still
further
on a
instructions.
break, Joe? They
Yes,
still on Smoko?
they sure are.
Onward!
All right. Well, this room is entirely machines. They are chugging away, click-clocking all over the place. There's
It's
just
very loud!
rows and rows and rows of stuff that is coming in and out of these doors over here.
Oh, yeah.
Pieces being put together
So
by
wait,
other
all
machines.
3 of those doors are like conveyor belt doors?
So there's
or
a
just
door.
those?
So these two, and there seems to be something going on further out of your vision. There's also going on behind it, but there's just this room is just full of things happening.
Yeah. Should just be like, it's very loud in here!
They can
Joe!
hear.
Joe!
Let me take a look.
See, like, the light circle that is Varys. Is Varys supposed to still be glowing like that?
Yeah,
Is that the light ring?
You can
It
turn
is,
this light
yes,
ring
it is dark in here.
on. So yeah, just there's a whole lot of machinery going on here. This is the only door that seems to go somewhere else. But yeah,
Should wait
just
for
bits and
Joe's
pieces
okay
of-
to open this one just in case.
yeah, bits and pieces of machinery going on. From your more trained eye, Varys, you can tell very much that these are pieces of Behir or dragon being put together. Mostly just manual mechanical parts, certainly nothing that would state that it's got programming or magical intention
Okay.
in this room.
What stage do they look to be at while they're in this room?
This is like the construction of the bigger parts. So we're yeah. So as you can see, the from the Behir parts that the clockworks outside were putting together, there's there's the teeny tiny little pieces that need smelting and casting and all that sort of stuff. This is where they're getting slotted together and made into bigger pieces for a more dexterous clockwork to actually piece together. You imagine that the same thing is happening with the dragons, that there's probably upstairs in the place you cannot see and have not been able to get to, that the dragons' larger pieces are being put together to make dragons like the Behir is. But not yet a program. You haven't yet seen a programming station.
Okay. Nothing here that we're really after. Should carry on.
What about
looking.
this door? Wait, can Ailey see the other one on the other side of the machinery as well?
As Varys and Joe move down, yes.
It's already been cleared with her vision when she was walking around.
Then
But I
yes.
was more meaning like, is there too much machinery in the way?
No.
So we'll do the other one first.
Yeah, it's mainly all yeah, so this is all machinery and stuff. Like getting past where Varys is now would require some checks to make sure that you can get through there safely.
Oh, she would totally just try and fly and do some acrobatic cool shit flying.
Yes, I'm sure.
But she's got another door to distract her for now, so she hasn't.
Yeah. Joe actually follows you.
This
into
one's open!
Joe will actually follow you into this room. As
Which one do you want me to try next?
you
I don't know.
when you enter, you immediately notice that this room has a pictogram, much like the one that you saw in the towery room.
Fuck.
And it's up against this wall, and Joe is also like, the fuck, walks up to it.
Yeah.
There's also the wall of this room also seems to have components to it. Seems to have buttons and stuff embedded into it. Seems like more of a control-y sort of panel. But Joe is not yet interested in that. He is interested in the pictogram first off, and immediately starts to analyze it.
What do I have to roll for Ailey? Is it like history at advantage or something?
No, an advantage, lol. You're funny.
Yeah, you said it's the Black Sun stuff again.
Though
She had to
no,
roll
that
it
so
at
for
advantage last time.
for the previous one, yes. For this one,
Okay.
for this
So
one,
just history once.
no, at disadvantage. Thank you.
Oh, at disadvantage, sorry.
Oh my god.
ThatRandomGuy says, gave the music notes gift and 880 likes
Even
to
her
find out.
art didn't help her this time.
No, really.
Oh wait, it was
Random
history,
Guy
not
says,
Arcana, right?
It's ya boy.
Oh boy, these sounds. Oh dear. Sorry. Just you now sounds. I don't know why they're so loud today.
Luckily, Joe will hopefully be able to do a better job.
Yes. Joe is gonna sit there for a little while after you've not had just complete gibberish that you can see. But before we get to
It's 'cause
that,
she's
what
more
is
distracted by the doors, and she's like, "This one's
Yes.
locked."
before we get to
But
that?
she's not going to open anything because of
Yes.
the room that they're in.
Yes. Before we get to anything else, what is everybody else up to? Nemi, Thrakus.
Amy's just being scared and following and
Okay.
trying to figure out what she can do to help.
Fair enough. Thrakus, what are you up to?
Yeah, I'm pretty much doing the same thing. My shrienery doesn't like
Doesn't
do
do it
anything
for
for
you.
me.
That's fair.
Just being like, okay, let the nerds nerd.
Cool. And Varys.
I want to have a look at these buttons.
Cool. Roll an investigation check.
Okay.
And an arcana check. Which I guess you would now be proficient in,
Ooh,
actually.
how do I can do that.
Yes, please set your 2 proficiencies that you want for that.
Sorry, so Arcana and what?
So you can choose between Arcana, History, Investigation, Medicine, Nature, Perception, and Sleight of Hand. You're already in a lot of those, so probably Nature or Sleight of Hand, I think. Medicine, Nature, Sleight of Hand.
Medicine, Nature.
You don't really have much medicine.
That is
Just
true.
saying.
I mean, also Sleight of Hand could be quite handy.
Well, we don't have much medicine that the characters that have medicine are willing to use. Or at least one of them.
I'm gonna go with Sleight of Hand.
Cool.
Trying to compete with Ailey for stealing jewelry.
So, cool. With that investigation, you don't really get a whole lot about the functionality of this device, but with that Arcana, it is definitely outputting magical energy. It is just awash with it. In fact, there's a small portion of it. You're really awakening to the nature of magic here, and this is definitely part of it. As you're starting to feel its pull in a sense, much like the pull that your magical bullets have had on you when you're firing them. And there's a small square of the wall that seems like it's like a cutout of it, that seems to have a lot more energy coming out of it than the rest of the wall.
Very tempted to put my hand on that.
Okay. You put your hand on it. It seems like it's like a push mechanism. Not so much a button, but like it's got like a spring on it.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
you push on it. Push on it. It like goes in a little bit, clicks, and then pulls out into like a drawer. So it's like a click-in drawer.
Okay.
And inside of it, you see another one of those crystals in the glass cylinder. Brightly colored, brightly shining crystal. Bright blue.
Don't hand it to Joe.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it out and examine it this time.
Cool. Roll
Away
a
from Joe so that he doesn't feel compelled to smash it.
roll an investigation check.
Sure thing.
Roll the sleight of hand so that Joe doesn't see you.
Joe is well not paying attention to what you're doing.
He's invested in his pictograms.
Yeah.
Has Ailey noticed the shiny though?
No. I mean, probably.
She's still too distracted by the fact that she's standing next to a locked door and waiting for Joe to let her open it.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah, you're
actually.
being pulled in too many other directions.
Yeah.
Joe, the only one Ailey listens to in the entire fucking group, and it's a robot that's an NPC.
Yeah, sounds about right. It sounds about right. yeah, all you can gather from it is exactly what you've been told before. That it seems to be containing a magical essence of some kind, and from the looks of the casing, it is designed to harness that energy and use it elsewhere, you don't really have electricity. How would it be like? Yeah, using mechanics to harness magical energy is the best sort of analogy you can get from it.
It's a magical battery.
It is a magical battery.
It's magic fat, storing energy.
Exactly.
I will
No, exactly
put
like
that
the one
into-
you found before.
Cool. I will put that into my bag.
Cool.
Is that? Actually, did Nemi see that?
Yes, and you've seen the one they had before. I don't know if you were. You might not have been in
I
this
was
session.
not here,
Yeah.
but Nemi was here.
Yes. So previously, in the floor below, Joe had found one in one of the mechanisms, and he had just sort of thrown it on the ground and pulled the crystal out of it. I don't know where it ended up. I think he actually ended up giving it to you.
Oh, okay.
It does not
not in
seem
my
to be in your
inventory.
inventory. Well, yes, you also have a charged magical crystal, which was mechanically was a 3rd level spell slot.
Oof.
Yeah.
Nemi's going to kind of step up beside Varus and look knowingly at him without kind of indicating to anyone else in the group who hasn't seen, and just kind of looks very concerned.
Varus blinks a couple of times and then continues to look at the pictograms.
Cut off in the middle there.
I'm going to blink a couple of times and then go and check out the pictogram.
Okay, perfect. Well, so Joe is eyeing this bad boy up pretty heavily. Once everybody's sort of filed into the room, done a little bit of stuff, he turns around and says, well, this sort of confirms my suspicions.
Oh?
So, basically, yes, the cities are draining the magical essence of the inhabitants. Definitely. That is there seems to be their supplementary purpose, as well as being living quarters. Basically...
Wait, the metal is taking all of the magic.
Well, it's not the metal, the construct that is made of the metal. The cities themselves are designed to do it. Copperite, it seems, is more for charging than pulling, but it would also pull energy out of living creatures. So the gist of what I've been able to quickly glean from this pictogram is that at the very end of those who came before society, when they were basically they had attempted to leave behind to make it easier for themselves to fight the great evil, the enemy, the Black Sun, when it returned, by creating machines. These machines, these things, to help them in that fight. Exactly how, I'm not sure, but to aid them, it seems to be the deal. But they discovered that, well, basically every time they die, they were bringing the Black Sun God closer. So they sort of decided to let themselves die out. They just stopped having children, and within a generation, they were on their way out. But unfortunately, because all of their machines were powered by magical essence that they were drawing out of these cities, once they died out, their construction stopped working. Didn't complete. And basically that's the last message that's written here in this pictogram, is that it was not going to get completed, and hopefully what they had already done would be sufficient. As to any other bits and pieces, I'll have to continue looking at it. But this machine here, and he points to the wall now, is definitely the programming part of this construction site. I will have to go over it thoroughly to confirm if this is where the programming was changed, or if it was changed directly, or if whatever I need to do to reprogram them or find out more, it's going to be done right here.
So these people willingly gave up their magic to make the constructs.
Yes, so they were more magically inclined than the people that we have seen lose their magic. Much like how down in Stormledge, the Dragonkin and the dwarves, they still had magic, even though they've been living in Stormledge their entire lives. Their magic is being drained, but not to the point of removing magic from them. Whereas the humans and the less magically inclined have had, because of the long exposure time, have had even the basest part of magic removed from them. They can't even use certain magical items at all. It's gone.
They gave up their magic to fuel the constructs to fight the bad guy that kept coming so long as they kept dying. So what? They were just like, well, we stop existing and then everything's fine? Is that what they thought would happen?
They hoped that this place would be unfound, forgotten. No one would return. And if they ever did, then the constructs would automatically start back up and can finish their work, and hopefully
But someone else is manipulating the constructs, and that's the problem, right?
It seems so at this point. We have defeated someone, at least. We'll have to...
So I got it right?
I mean...
Yes.
Kind of.
Yay!
There is still much about the exact history and what exactly we're supposed to do about a dragon god. I mean, sorry, not a dragon god. The Black Sun God in general. It seems like Jinsen, or dragons in general, may have had a hand in fighting him the first time, and that's why they constructed dragon clockworks. But as to the nature of the Behir or these other clockworks, it's a mystery as to their exact purpose. I mean, as well as being able to fight the Black Sun God, these clockworks seem like they were designed to fight a war.
Well, I mean, if the Sun God keeps getting extra people like he has been, doesn't that turn it into a war because it's multiple people?
Well, at the time, the first time, it didn't seem like he had any followers at all. He was by himself. So I guess that's where the plan has gone awry. Because he has followers, he has people doing his bidding. That is why it is going to turn out differently this time. But at the very least, we will need to fully understand the purpose behind these things, how to work them, if we even hope to defeat them.
There's another problem here.
What's the other problem?
The humans don't consent to give up their magic. They've started their own war about it. And if if we were to give in to what they wanted, because they don't consent to have their magic drained, it would power down all the constructs.
Possibly. I mean, I don't. There seems to be enough power here from their existing from their time that they've already lived here to power the machines for a while at least. And it's also it's vague, but it also seems like we're able to draw power from other sources, not just from magic. That we've been drawing power from the Black Sun God's plane as well, and that's why we've most recently started coming alive, because he's gained power as well. So, but again, I do need to investigate it thoroughly. But we do. The reason why we came here, of course, was to find out, to confirm that that was the case. And if it is, then yes, we do want to get those people out of these cities if that is what they want to do. Of course, we need to.
Well, shouldn't we tell Wayclaw, who's a minister, that basically all of this stuff, and then he can tell people, all right, either you stay here and consent to your magic gone, or you leave, right?
It seems like if in the other towns they have what we saw in the mountain, there were things up on the roof that looked like they were made for maybe sending stuff. That might be what's doing it. So major towns would have a lot of those.
We can't ask people to give up their entire lives, possibly generations worth of work, so that they can have a chance at possibly having magic again, and when it may have already been too late for them to regain any form of magic, at least in their generation. It seems incredibly cruel to just uproot people.
I don't think that we can make that decision for anybody. I think they have to make that decision for themselves.
What
But
I'm saying is,
also,
oh, sorry, you go ahead.
they are living in these cities. I mean, maybe not this generation, but some generation came along and decided that these uninhabited cities could be theirs, and they didn't necessarily understand, but they chose to live here anyway. They just moved in. And so I guess in that sense, they're not completely innocent of their own situation.
We shouldn't have to wear the mistakes of our ancestors.
You are completely right.
They
So
have to
And
choose
it's
what they're going
all
to do
their
now.
choice.
We need
What
to at
I
least get the
mean-
information to them.
What I mean is, yes, we need to give them choices,
Mm.
but I think we need to give them better choices than just stay or leave. I think we need to look at the mechanisms that power these cities, and they should be voting on whether or not the mechanisms stay active if we can find a way to deactivate them.
Sure,
When or
once
not they
the
keep them
Black
active
Sun
and people
God's
leave.
defeated, though, right? We're not just gonna deactivate them right now when, he's gonna murder us all and then it doesn't matter.
Does it matter if they murder themselves in this war? The war is
That's
feeding
why
them.
they're allowed to leave. This guy is coming.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
do-
there's already a war going on.
Yeah, that's why
Regardless
we
of the
have
Black
to
Sun
tell.
God, we need to do
That's
something
why we
about
have
both
to
of them.
tell the ministers that it's not the elves. That's what I mean. Wayclaw wanted to get into politics.
Yes, I do.
Humans like their
agree.
politics. We tell the politics people.
How can we have them believe us, though? They already think that we side with the elves.
well, I
John?
have just the thing. That crystal that I gave you, the magical crystal,
Yes?
that proves that we were capable of containing magic, right? If you show that to them and show them what you're capable of with it, I'm sure that they will believe that these machines have taken away magic. And if that forces them to want to take war on us, so be it. If we
won't survive you.
that is true. But we won't outwardly, naturally, we won't come for you, right? Even if you start killing multiple clockworks, we won't mount an offensive against living beings. That is, our directive is to protect them. So once I can figure out these programmings properly and properly stop the dragons coming out again, then there shouldn't be that much of a threat, especially as Storm's Ledge is still hidden away, and a lot of our ruins are still hidden away. It's just the ones that are closest to the cities they'll need to worry about. But it also means that they'll probably just want to leave the cities if they really want their magic back. I can't guarantee that it will come back immediately, but over a period of time, especially now that they are, now that more magical people are coming back into the cities, coming from the other continent, that magic will return to them.
Nimi's been listening to this with a very concentrated look on her face. And she kind of says, "No, I also agree with Thoricus. I think we need to know more. If we know how the cities drain the magic, that could mean that people could make alterations and choices.
But
And
not
give-
until the Black Sun God is dead. There's no point doing it beforehand.
There's
There
every
is-
point to
They'll
stop
die
the
anyway.
war that is fueling him.
Joe speaks up. There is no point in them living if they do not get to make their own choices. That is what living means. So I will continue to investigate these tools and this pictogram, and I will endeavor to find a way for them to possibly turn their functionality off. Then they will be able to live there without that issue.
They might consider the option that they continue for a time to willingly have their magic drained so that these dragons can protect them from the Black Sun God, maybe?
You're not going to believe that because they got attacked by one before. So until we find who was the one, like,
There was
making them
nobody
all
in Copper Knight,
woo.
was there?
No, but someone's like pre-changing them or something, Joe said. I don't remember. I just drew the picture. Like, Ailey holds up the detailed drawing that she has of, like, how it looks.
Yep.
I was more meaning that what they saw was, yes, terrifying, but it went to an unoccupied town and didn't kill anybody that we know of.
Yeah. Varys, can I get you to roll a history check? No. Roll an insight check for me, please.
Ooh.
The mention of them using the dragons, of electing to, once they have the knowledge, electing to use the dragons to defend themselves, reminds you very much of like a powerful artifact falling into the hands of a great leader, and him declaring that he would only use it in defense of the city. And within 2 years, he was using it on his enemies. You very much imagine that if you tell the Eastern Kingdom too much about these clockworks and how to control them, that they will add them to their arsenal instead.
The Eastern Kingdoms being the elves?
Sorry, the Western Kingdoms being there.
Okay.
And you have also made the mistake of providing the Eastern Kingdom with knowledge of your explosive abilities.
Yeah. Oh god. We need to be very careful. We should, yes, show them about the magic being trained and with the crystals what we can do to mitigate that, but I don't think that we can tell anybody about this place and that it controls
No.
these dragons.
Wait, this place doesn't control them though, right? It just makes them. That's
It
why
does
You
Joe
can
has to
program
find
them
out.
from here,
You
so
program
you
them
could.
here.
Oh,
do
so you
that.
did prove you prove.
Yeah.
Must have missed that part. Yeah. Don't tell any humans about the
No,
fabrication
not even
station.
dragons. We aren't even telling Wakelaw about this. At least not for now.
Why not Wakelaw?
I don't mean to talk ill of our friend, but we have told him things before, and then things have gotten back to other people, and then we got kind of shafted. We were absolutely set up when we went to take out that general.
Ailey, you distinctly remember a time where you told your brother about a shiny rock that you had found once, and he immediately stole it from you. You think that telling any dragon anywhere about anything precious is a bad idea.
This is potentially another horde, you know?
No, it'll be something the way that Varys says something that reminds Ailey that it's like he will just steal it. He won't make me a dragon. And that will go through Ailey's mind. Because she'll be like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We can.
But we still have to tell him to tell the people because they're not gonna listen to us and they like their weird politics stuff. And he's managed to get in the politics stuff.
I think this should be a drip feed of information. We tell them that the magic is being siphoned for, you know.
For the bad guy, and then they have the decision stuff, and that
And
we
we
will
tell
work
them about
out
the
our other
crystals.
ways.
We bring in, once the war is over, we bring in the idea of the constructs and things, and that is being used to help fight the Black Sun God. But we don't tell them about this factory.
That makes sense. I see.
All right. During this lull in
sorry.
the conversation, you hear a knock at this door.
Who is
Which
it?
one?
Nemi jumps so high. And she's really good at
Ailey will
jumping.
take this chance. Like Ailey will
Oh no.
freak out and try and open the door
Well, you fail terribly.
because she freaked out.
You're like,
Because she
"Ah,
was like, "Oh shit, I need another exit," and probably broke the lock in her haste. She will try to break this door down later, potentially.
All right.
Who's there?
A few seconds go by. Another few rat knocks on the door.
No, Joe, can you tell what's there?
I don't think any clockwork would knock. It sounds like a person.
Is the door locked?
Doesn't seem to be.
Can I ready my bow?
Sure.
I'll
point
look
it at
back
the
at
floor.
Thoricus, and then I'll open the door.
Cool.
Ailey will probably
Open
be
the door
trying
when
to
ready.
break down the other door subtly, like kicking it, but like standing facing towards everyone else.
Out of the door falls, like flat on his face, a half-elf. Lenore, would you please describe your new character?
Sure. So you see before you a Tall, lanky half elf with kind of a bit of a smirk on his face. He's a bit confused. He's
Extreme.
a bit ratty, and he's kind of a bit flustered, but very quickly tries to conceal the fact that he's flustered, and he's wearing kind of long robes and carrying a sickle.
Like a bigger one than Ailey's, or the same size? Just to judge how Ailey would react.
Well, I imagine your pack.
Sorry, not a sickle, a scythe.
Yeah. So there is a giant scythe on this person.
So what Ailey wanted but couldn't find, and
Yes.
had her little sickle instead.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Varys and Thrakus will notice as well a cool wind seems to emanate from them as well, oddly enough. Varys particularly because of his high perception, and Thrakus because cold isn't really your thing.
Cold's not my thing, but fresh air is.
So, yeah. I mean, you did get a nice brisk... It reminds you very much of the mountainous air that you were receiving in that dragon area, because that was literally opened out into the mountains.
It is cold.
Yeah, it was cold.
Ailey would very much be on guard because of the scythe. And a combination of like, oh, that's fucking cool, and also be like, hey,
This guy's cool.
guys.
Hey.
Yeah, be like, that's cool, but hey guys, you remember how I'm supposed to reap souls? I'm not the only one that's supposed to do that. Just saying. She'll continue to like backwards try and damage the door, like kicking it while watching this person.
You planning on taking our souls there?
Laughs. a kind of surprisingly booming laugh for a lanky half elf, and just is kind of laughing at you as well as laughing at what you said, and for an awkward length of time.
Varys just maintains eye contact the entire time, not breaking it at all.
Urchin's gonna look down at Varys and go, I'm not the one who reaps souls. Now, what the fuck is going on here?
Joe,
You in a closet?
Yeah. I mean, congratulations.
Sorry, what?
Why were you in a closet? Congratulations. I think that was all I said.
Yeah, for coming out of the closet.
For coming out of the closet.
Yeah.
Oh, babe, I came out of the closet fucking years ago. I'm here to investigate some dragon shit. And I heard some dragon shit. So tell me, what is going on?
And why would we give you that information?
And
so
which part of
Immediately
dragon
at my
shit?
bar.
There's a lot of dragon shit that goes on in this place that denies that dragons exist. You need to be more specific. Do you want us to talk about the middle ones, the real ones, the undead ones?
Ailey, no.
Or do you still think it's
Metal
the dead
Crystal ones?
Ailey, hush.
Metal
Don't
one.
tell the weird stranger that we haven't met yet anything.
Haley, knowledge can be hoarded
Everyone saw
too.
the middle one. We were just discussing how it scared all the townspeople.
Metal dragons. What?
Knowledge can be hoarded too, Ailey. Come on. Come on.
Low intelligence. Anyway.
Jun is incredibly confused, and he's
Actually,
going to turn
Ailey's
around.
intelligence isn't low.
Yeah.
He's going to turn around to Varys and just be like,
Master 9000
"Bro, I
celebrates
literally just
broadcast with 1 viewers.
appeared in the closet. I don't know where I am."
You're technically, I guess, in a mountain, kind of. Not really,
I
but
mean,
almost
yeah.
directly.
It's like, which mountain? What mountain range?
The mountain range.
I don't
hope you
think
know
we're
where I
allowed
am.
to tell you from how they reacted just before.
We're in a dangerous place.
Jun is gonna start like listing random mountain ranges from back in the mainland that
Oh, where they're
like
all
you guys will
really from?
recognize, but you'll be like, why the fuck are you thinking you're in a mountain range there? Like we're in a whole different continent.
Would any of them
Yeah.
be one of the mountain ranges that Ailey's like cult all lived at?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'd be like, no, but I don't remember you visiting there.
Jun's gonna narrow his eyes at you.
I mean, Jin would absolutely notice the dragon scales and wings
Yes,
on Ailey
they're
immediately.
kind of a tad obvious at this point, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they're extremely obvious at this point.
Especially after the last incident.
Mm.
Why are you asking after dragons?
Because I serve dragons. And he's going to kind of saunter across the room because he is. Wow, sorry, Skelly, I should have provided you with a better
That's all right. That is hilarious.
It is quite funny.
He's a square man.
Very square. He's going to kind of saunter across the room and like admiringly not touch Ailey, but like kind of I guess hold his hand up and kind of
Like do the picture frame thing or something?
no, more like
Hold the
as if
hand.
he was going to stroke her wing but doesn't. Like keeps a distance that is respectful.
Ailey would just be like, would want to analyze what they can tell from the person, whether they look like a thief or anything like that. But would also be like,
Ailey, roll
did
an
my
insight.
mother send you?
Roll an insight check, please.
Insight.
In fact, anyone who's curious about this, roll an insight check, please.
Hell yes.
There we go. But yeah, out loud, Ailey will be like, did my mother send you? I know Dad wouldn't.
All right, so
Who's
Ailey,
Name Hussein
Yep.
_ 16.
you pick up that Jun's is just sort of in reverence. It doesn't seem like he is certainly not someone that your family would associate in any way, and especially not seen on an errand like this. But you would expect from them. But yeah, they just seem like they really like dragons, like very much in the way that you do.
So seems more like the like servants that Ailey met, the like
Yes, the ones who are,
time she got to meet one of her grandparents, kind of thing.
Yeah, in that sort of way, the humans, the humans and the like that were indentured to dragon service, very much like that. There is an air of power and arrogance that you're getting there.
Oh yeah,
but,
which is expected because if you're favored by it,
exactly.
Duh.
Yes.
So Ailey would also, in that case, Ailey would be somewhat impressed that they are favored by someone in some form, that they've been sent on some kind of
Yes.
errand or something.
Yes. You get a very similar feel to them. Yeah. Again, very much like that. Thrakus, on a 20 insight, can I get you to also use you would use your what's gonna call it? Your
Hunter's sense?
I mean you might, but you would also probably use your primeval awareness here as well.
Oh, I forgot you have that.
Yeah. As it's just
Use it
something
in a while
Last
because
dragon incident.
we jump into fights so quickly, I literally don't have time to use it.
Yeah. But you are also welcome to use Hunter's Sense if you want. But cool. So
like to know people.
yeah.
After this, Ailey will definitely think that some good old-fashioned razzmatazz will be required to find out why the fuck they even got here. And, like, what kind of errand they're on and all that kind of thing.
Yeah. So you get the feeling from specifically from Hunter Sense, looking at June, you get the feeling that they have no like additional resistances or anything like that. So they're not like, not demonic or draconic in that sort of way that you've become accustomed to. But you do sense that there's some enchantment about them that is slightly hiding them from divination magic. You're not sure exactly what that is. It's not like a scry protect or anything that would immediately stand out. It's just a slight thing to them, which is interesting. Your primeval awareness, currently in the mountains, which is not a favorite terrain for you, I don't believe.
Is not.
1
Means
mile.
you get
It's
1
also
mile.
1 mile deep.
Yes. So 1 mile radius from you are getting the sense of. What are you getting here? You're not getting any aberrations, any celestials. You're getting a bit of dragon, a light bit of dragon, quite possibly Ailey, but you're not sure. No elementals, a bit of Fae.
Always messing with your...
I mean, yeah. I'm standing next to one.
Yep. Just it's a bit more than when you're just sensing Nemi though. It's
Okay. More than the party.
yeah. Yeah, because you've been around Nemi enough to know. You're sensing that ever-present fiend feeling, as well as the corpses of the fiends in the other room, their lingering presence, and a bit of undead. Not a huge amount. You're not feeling like a fucking zombie dragon or anything, but there's definitely undead presence within a mile of you as well.
Is that Ailey?
And it's not Ailey. It's not Ailey, and it's not this guy.
Or me.
Or you. But
A lot of us have had some near-death experiences now. You've got to be more exact with your undeadness.
you're getting
Like legit undead.
Yeah. You're getting the sense that this person is in reverence of Ailey, is telling the truth as they know it to be, but is hiding something else that they're just not admitting. Falsehood by admission, but nothing like dangerous or anything like that. Just something that I'd rather not say.
They're keeping their cards close to their chest, and
Yeah,
that's
just like
respectable.
anybody in this party.
Of high enough intelligence.
Yes.
I mean, if anything, that just garners respect.
Yeah, so Ailey will be very impressed as well that they've clearly, like, they apparently have something to do with some other dragons.
Mm.
And so, you know what Ailey's like, well, had a taste of it. But it's not enough. She requires more. Yeah, but...
Ailey's horde is dragons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. So,
So, you think you're there. Well, you think you're in those kind of mountain ranges, and like lists off some of them as well. Who sent you to go to a mountain range?
My master teleported me. He didn't specify where we were going.
Was he supposed to come with you?
No. Surely if
So-
he was going to come as well, he would have done that. Nope. He sent me, and he didn't tell me where I was going.
Did he at least tell you what you're supposed to be doing while you're gone?
Investigating the dragon mystery that I would find here.
Is your master also a dragon?
Yes.
I roll an insight check on that.
sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say even Ailey would be like,
Sure.
Yeah, he
But
probably.
Ailey's like,
Is that a deception?
Yeah, roll
Yeah.
roll a deception against that.
You want me to roll
so-
deception?
Yes, please.
Okay.
what is
That's good.
does Ailey get a bonus in finding out other people with deception considering how high hers is?
Dang.
No,
Yeah.
you have to roll insight, please.
Because it's based on your...
It is entirely based
Insight?
on your insight.
Okay.
We all roll
Yeah.
Seems
pretty...
legit.
No, seems legit. Yeah, they're
Ailey's
totally.
like, alright, well in that case, Ailey's like, oh, if their master is a dragon, fuck yeah. She's gonna, be so, just out there and charming and everything. Some panache with her discussions. And starts asking questions about what kind of dragon they are and,
Yeah.
how long they've known them.
You're just
trying to
gonna
think
get
of-
chatted at by Ailey for a little while.
And I think
And
as
what do I
a-
roll? Or what is?
Oh right, you're trying to
How do
use
you-
your panache
Yeah.
on him.
I
on him?
even said it this time because you didn't listen when I said the old razzle dazzle.
Yes. Okay. So.
Oh, it's not added yet, is it?
Well, no, it hasn't added. Why is it not auto added? I thought I set all this stuff up properly. I am so annoyed.
Hang on.
My features. Panache.
Charisma / persuasion check contested by their wisdom check. So how do I
Yep.
do
So
that?
you make a persuasion check, and June will make a insight check.
So do I just roll persuasion?
Yes.
So I make insight check.
Yep. Right back at you. Cool. So essentially, you are charmed by Ailey. That
So
their draconic nature. I mean, really, they should have got an advantage on the persuasion check for this one. Their draconic nature is just overwhelming to you. Like that, you would willingly tell them anything.
I think as they talk, you kind of see Joan relax slightly, and you start to get like gay best friend vibes.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Ailey and are gonna have the bestest time.
yeah. They're gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay, best friends.
probably maybe too many knife fights as well.
So what
So
did
what are
you
the
ask,
questions?
John?
So things like what kind of dragon are they? Like how long have you known them? Whereabouts are they based? Like what color? What affinity? Do they have any half offspring?
No, I would say you
full
get
offspring.
no. I'd say you get 5 questions before the charm runs out. So
Oh yeah, no, I mean like Ailey will ramble.
I know
this
you're
time.
right.
So like those the first ones about like what kind, like
Yeah.
you know,
So
is it a red dragon, copper dragon, that kind of thing.
yes.
How long you've known them for?
Well, let's get the answers out.
Where
Come on.
they're
So
based.
that's okay. So first question: what are they? What kind of dragon are they? June.
Do I answer that with?
You are charmed. right
Essentially,
now.
you are charmed. So you would.
Do I answer that with black dragon, or do I answer that?
Yeah, I would say you would answer with that. You
Okay.
you still got enough sense to try and keep a little bit of that hidden away, but Black Dragon is sufficient.
Yeah. Okay.
What was the second question?
How
Where-
long have known them?
How long have you known them?
Oh, I discovered my master when I was a teen, and I've been following him for I don't know what Jun's voice is yet. We're figuring that out.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I've been following them for can Jun like act like he's older than he actually is under the spell?
Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna kind of stretch the truth and say it's been 7 years.
Yeah. You are by nature capable of stretching the truth naturally. So I will say that you can. So
Where are they based?
Where are they based?
Would it be true to say they're based in another realm?
I would say that you would probably generalize to say that they are anywhere and everywhere.
Yeah, okay, cool. But I'd say it in a way that implies that they travel around a lot.
Yeah.
Ailey will be like trying to think of black dragons off the top of her head.
Okay.
With one too many concussions, you know.
I'll say you get one more question.
I can't remember what the other ones were, the actual ones that I was saying versus what she would then start rambling.
Yeah.
Because the last
So the first-
one she'll ask.
So the next one you start rambling with.
Yeah, so hang on, what ones did I say again? It was what kind?
What
how long have
kind?
you
How
known
long?
them, where are they based?
Where are they based?
You said something about do they have offspring?
Yeah, that would be when she starts to ramble. It would start to be stuff like that. But I swear I had another one that was like an actual useful one.
What was like what color? I mean, you already got what color they were, so there was probably
no, it was
what type.
Oh, that's right. It was gonna reiterate what dragon mystery, like which of the dragon mysteries are they here for?
Right.
And then it would start to be rambling into like, the whole do they have any offspring? How often have they ascended people? And just like a boatload of just like 20,000 questions coming out at once, and you won't be able to keep up type deal.
Yeah. So June, you feel completely bombarded by questions, but for some reason you feel akin enough to answer the first 4. Your last one with the Blood Dragon Mysteries is the last one that you have to kind of answer. But I will let you basically say I don't know if you want.
Would John genuinely doesn't know.
Yeah.
So he's going. He might grasp at some straws to try and make himself seem more competent.
Okay.
I mean, he's going to be very disappointed once he starts to realize how oblivious Ailey is.
Yeah.
Then again, depending on what types of dragons he's met, then he'll realize how normal it is.
Yes. But yeah, after that question, you sort of like the kind of mental gymnastics you have to do to figure out an answer to it also pulls you out, and you're like, why did I just answer all of those questions? And then Ailey just continues to ramble on, asking things without even getting a response to the previous question. That you're like, oh, okay.
That was a you don't know what dragon mystery, right? Was
Yeah.
the answer, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, anybody
What
else?
is everyone else doing during all of Ailey's, like...
Yeah. Just used to it by now, I guess.
Yeah. Back
Probably
finally.
still looking at this electronics Joe.
Yeah, the programming board type thing.
Mhm.
Does that look like it requires the use of the crystal that I've taken, or was that just sort of in storage?
Well, it didn't seem to power down. You don't know whether or not that was auxiliary or powered some other functionality or storage. The drawer itself seemed like it like made a click noise when you pulled it out, like it was installed in there and not just sitting there. So probably wasn't just storage, but it could also have been like a charging unit or anything like that.
Sure. I'll probably sidle up to Joe while this discussion's going on and say, Joe, I found another one of those crystals. I was hoping to utilize it myself for some magical purposes, but I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to mess with the programming board or anything. Can you have a look at the drawer and let me know?
Sure.
Yep.
He walks over, presses it in, pulls it out. No, I don't think that'll cause any problems. I'll find a spare somewhere if I need it. And he pushes it back in.
I found that by myself, with magical leanings.
I'm very proud of you.
Like sort of do like spirit fingers.
Very proud of you.
Thank you. Ferris looks very chuffed with himself.
Well, new friends. I'm guessing you guys all want to get out of here. But I do need to stay.
Okay.
Yeah, I can talk to any of the constructs up here. They don't seem to be problematic. Whatever happened to the ones below, I guess I'll figure out while I'm up here as well. But I can get you guys back down there quickly without going through any problems now if you want.
We do need to get back to town.
Well, I can teleportation circle you there.
Numi's going to point out that there are a couple of doors we haven't looked through.
Yeah, Ailey will be like, you promised me that we would be going back, and that's why I couldn't do stuff then.
Yeah.
We know there's a lot of secret rooms here, and we didn't ever figure out how to get to those ones on the other side of the glass.
Well, the ones on the other side of the glass, through this mechanism. Let me open the door for you. And he presses a couple of buttons on the side, and it seems to unlock the door standing next to Tira. There you go. That is open.
This one.
Yeah.
So we're going back round in a circle to where we were, right?
Yep, so this is another bunch of machinery happening in here. The store isn't accessible. There's machinery happening around it. You'd have to climb over a conveyor to get to it.
You would be very curious about that one then. Unless you would, by passive perception, already know from where they've been that it's not going to go anywhere useful.
Yeah, you imagine that it's probably leads back up to the conveyor and stuff that's happening over here.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of where you're going, you imagine to just be more connections in between, between the rest of the construction. It's just whether or not you want to look at what's being constructed, figure out more of that stuff. From what you've experienced so far, you don't imagine that there's much in the way of money and items and all that. That it's basically just construction work.
A lot of machines.
Yeah. And a lot of them are on at the moment, so it's getting more and more precarious to get through them without getting very hurt.
So at this stage, she probably doesn't want to go in.
Yes. Let me check the other level. See what you guys would have seen.
I have selected both of my characters and cannot unselect them.
I like watching them both turn around
no.
and sync and then move.
Um,
Really fun.
Try and like click and drag a selection box other than them.
Yeah, that worked.
Yeah, so there were previously on the floor below you guys, through the elevator, there were indeed a couple of doors that Ailey would have noticed, that Ailey probably would have been interested in.
Alright.
But
How many rolls am I making?
there were a lot of there were undead showing up on Thrakus's radar, and those shades definitely showed up as those. So it's whether or not you guys want to risk running into those again.
That would be on Thrakus to basically tell Ailey to stop it. Or at least make her go more quietly about the place.
I mean, yes, I would have shared. I'm gonna share that. I'm like, hey, by the way, guys, I think we got some more of those things around.
Those,
But
a
also-
couple of those gave us a bad time.
Once every sort of rest, whether short rest or long rest, I now have control undead.
Oh,
So,
Sweet.
So if they fail a saving throw, then they're under my control for a minute or until they take damage.
Don't you imagine that those ones were relatively strong? So they probably would just
Probably
be.
would save.
Hold on. So it'll just stun them. It won't put them under your control if they don't save. So yeah. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, creatures above something that I don't understand will instead
that
be
is-
stunned for the effect.
That
But that's what
is,
you'd want anyway. Sorry?
something rating, combat rating.
yeah, challenge rating.
Challenge rating. That's the one. Yeah. So currently at your level, if they're under or at half a combat rating, if they fail, then they will be, you will control them outright. If they're above that, then they'll just be stunned if they fail.
That's good to know. Let's still be sneaky, because those things can definitely kill the shit out of us.
Alright.
Oh yeah, new dude. If you see something that's, or actually no, if you hear something in the dark making really creepy sounds, just hide immediately. Do not make a sound. Do not make bright light. Any form. Cool. Don't get us
Ben's
killed.
gonna narrow his eyes at you and like disbelief, but not say anything.
I'm gonna
And as
shake some
far-
rags at him.
Yeah, yeah. Like just imagine, a probably one of the purest. Well, actually, yeah, for Jin, the purest. What's the word I'm looking for here? The purest tiefling that you've ever seen in your life.
The most
Giving-
Asmodeus looking
Yeah,
tiefling.
giving you an ominous warning about shadow creatures.
and shaking tatters of cloth that are attached to a necklace full of bones and
Yeah,
teeth.
it was like wearing immaculate ranger gear. Just intimidating
Meanwhile, the
as all
dragon
hell.
has practically just disappeared in front of your eyes.
Are you expecting that to like impact on Jin's hubris? Like
No, but it's interesting.
hubris is strong with this child.
Oh yeah, for sure. Anyway,
Yeah, I think Nemi's gonna get a bit more freaked out and be like, "Oh, maybe we should have teleported back."
I feel like that would have been the best idea.
You can stay with Joe while we're gone.
No, that's how people die. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh.
Nemi, I can teleport you back to the Sorcerer's College if you would like.
I would like that. But will you still be able to teleport the others back if they change their minds?
Well, based on your friend's experience, based on our new friend's description of what happened to him, I imagine that through this door, yes, there is a teleportation circle on the ground here. So, if necessary, well, I'll remember these runes. And I don't know if you know. I don't think you know teleport.
No, Nemi used a teleport scroll.
Yeah. But you can take down the runic nature of this teleportation scroll. Teleportation circle that's written on the ground. Take down the runes that are in it, and eventually you could turn the teleport circle that is in the Sorcerer's College to this one and teleport up here. Easily enough.
Ah. And Joe probably remembers what the one in the university looks like.
He doesn't. He hasn't seen it, but he knows that there was one. So he will. He knows enough about this to be able to target this a bit better. So he's good on that front. He can definitely get you back into the Sorcerer's College. Possibly not even in the area that you burnt books in this time, but probably still there.
Yeah, Nemi is kind of freaked out enough about the idea of encountering more dangerous creatures that she's quite happy to be teleported back. Yes, please, thank you very much.
Cool. Anyone else? Anyone else for the teleportation scroll to circle? Keep on to say scroll.
Nah, I gotta keep these guys safe. Oh, wait. So we're definitely going back there, right? Party?
You going with them?
Going back where?
As in, like, we're gonna meet up with these peeps. Shawsies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't. You have to see me. You can't.
Yes. Friend, we
I
will
think
absolutely see
she's-
you.
I think she's referring to the incident. That's
No,
all that
I'm
Kaylee was
literally
saying.
just saying, is it safer for Codswallop to be sent back there for now? Especially considering he doesn't have his
Oh.
armor and the
Yes,
scares we've
yeah.
had.
I can take Codswallop with me. He'll be safe. Maybe we can even go and pick up his armor.
That would be a good
And you'll
idea.
already have it when we come back.
Okay.
We can run errands while you're finishing up here.
Well,
If you can find some more health potions. Ailey
Okay.
will like hand over some gold. I don't know how much gold does Ailey have at the moment.
Really?
That's a
Parting
no.
with gold?
For health potions, yeah. And she's not gonna give much. She'll be like, I'll pay the rest later, kind of thing.
Yeah.
5 gold pieces.
Listen.
Here you go. Get me
Yeah,
some
yeah.
health potions, please.
Frickin' A. I'm just
Ailey
I'm
doesn't
just gonna
trust people.
explain to Codswallop what is going on as well.
There you go.
Mhm.
She will hand over 50 gold and be
Oh.
like,
Wow.
I expect many health potions and a receipt, and I can pay you back anything extra that they cost.
I'll see what I
Don't-
can do.
Don't let them rip you off. Those dragons will keep trying to rip you off, I bet you.
Do you say 50 gold?
Yeah.
I've
I already
taken
added
off
it.
mine.
Yeah. Good job.
When you see how much Ailey has, you understand why she's willing to part with that much.
Yes. Yes, I do.
She hoards everything else.
Alright. So, you see Thrakus cast Speak with Animals.
Codswallop, buddy.
Hey. What's up?
So Nemi's gonna go back to that weird school place we were in with all the people in the funny robes.
They smelled funny.
Yeah. But I think it's best if you go with her. Because we'll meet you there, but we're going back through the really dangerous way.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy?
Yeah,
I promise we'll see you.
I know you will.
You'd be very good. Be good for Nemi.
I can't possibly not be.
Aw.
Oh, sweet
Before
buddy.
you go, and Nimi's gonna cast Bardic Inspiration and Mantle of Inspiration and give everybody 5 temporary hit points and
I've got my 5 temporary.
Yeah, I think that everyone still got them from
Oh,
before.
okay.
They
Like
would have
damage.
worn off by now, but
Yeah. The other one
Yeah.
wouldn't have, but the 5 would have.
so just reapply if it's not.
Okay.
But I guess Jun didn't have it.
Yeah.
Give it to him.
And oh, who am I gonna give? I'll give the inspiration die to Thoricus.
Eris, who actually remembers to use it.
Okay. Varus.
I did not remember to use it in that last fight.
Yeah.
I don't think
and
I've
it-
ever remembered to use it.
It is a
Use the
D8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't think that I needed it, to be fair.
And
You
kind
never
of-
know when you'll need it.
Very true.
That's true.
Cool.
Skelly, I sent you a message on Discord.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna also give Nemi some money because I'm like, please
Liz.
give him the good boy treats. You know, go back
Aw,
to the
the
inn,
good
that
boy
sort of
treats.
thing. So I'm gonna give you 10 gold because that'll buy any level of treat, right?
That'll buy good meats.
That's heaps of money for food.
Yeah. Wait, do we
You
owe
want the
anything
real
on
good
the?
boy.
on the armor that we have to pay?
We
or do you
paid
pay
for
Oh,
everything. I
yeah.
offered him some more, but he said it was fine.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Cool. Well, with that, Nemi writes down the runes as Joe points them out on the circle, and
Say friends.
summons up the magical energy from the sigils written in the ground into a shining blue sort of oval shape that seems to follow you wherever you move to appear flat. Nemi and Codswallop step through, and the blue light dissipates. Cool. They will be at the Sorcerer's College when you get back.
Wonderful.
Well, hopefully they will have run some errands and be back at the
Yeah.
at the inn.
Guess we'll find out.
I already miss my good boy.
Yes.
The ghost boy.
All right. So, are you guys going to check out more stuff in this floor, or are you going to go back to the elevator and go down again?
You said that the rest of this was probably just machinery, right? It was the
Yeah,
next floor down.
from what you can see, from what you've experienced so far and what you saw, yeah, it looks like it's all construction.
Is anyone going to explain this to Jin? Because
No. Well, Ailey won't. Other than when Ailey was like, "Are you taking the teleport or are you coming with us?" Because, like, Therikus had been, like, you know, shadow creatures. So Ailey took that as Therikus accepts the new one. The new one seems to like dragons. All right, let's go.
I'm just trying to make sure he does get us killed.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
that's
You're light on
Ailey's
your
logic
feet.
of the situation.
So would Jin ask what's happening, or just go with the flow?
He's probably going to go. Right, I suppose we should look through these doors and start walking towards probably this door.
That's a conveyor belt.
Yeah, so there's a conveyor belt in that way. So would he try and like get over that, or would he see that it's moving?
Oh, there's a conveyor belt where?
Like right where he is.
Oh, okay.
The door is to the conveyor belt, yeah.
Yeah. So would he try and like get over that to the door, or would he?
He'd probably just leap over it.
Cool. Roll an athletics check for me. Cool. You immediately land on the conveyor belt and start getting pulled this way. Varys, can you roll a dexterity check for me?
For sure.
Would Ailey just be observing this? Or...
Just a check.
So I guess I'll stay there.
Probably.
Sorry, Scully, just a check.
Yeah, just a check.
Just be like, I wanted to do that. Oh.
Yeah. So
So
You
before
told me no, and now you're letting the new guy do it?
I
Jin
mean-
falls onto the conveyor belt, and just before their clothes and any like bits and stuff that is hanging off of them start getting jammed in the machinery and start getting pulled off, Varys manages to grab enough of Jin and pull him off of the conveyor belt before he gets hurt.
Okay, so in future, are we going to jump onto moving conveyor belts?
I just slipped, that's all. It's
I can see
it's
that.
And he
fine.
will be like, yes.
Good. Alright, we're going to go a floor down.
So
There's some
Jin's gonna do
broomsticks we
that.
haven't checked.
Jin's gonna do that thing when like cats fall down and they want to pretend that they didn't fall down.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
A little
yeah.
bit of preening.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
He's
There's nothing
gonna
wrong.
preen himself a little bit. Fine, we wherever you think is best.
Okay.
Cool.
Varys just sighs to himself in his own head.
Like, we're bringing yet another person along without consultation.
Another person who has no like personal management skills.
Yep.
I
Fun
mean,
times.
what else are we gonna do? Just let him stumble around in here? Possibly become another bad guy?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if bringing people with us is the best way to not be a bad guy. It seems like we're like 2 for 2 on that one.
Wait, 2 for 2?
Well, being that our very first guy.
Rillin
Yeah,
and
but
then
who's
Willie-
the second one? Oh, right!
turned into a
Yeah.
demon.
Mm,
I should have remembered that considering
Yeah.
the conversation yesterday.
yeah. 2 for 2.
Is
Anyway.
this discussion
I'm
happening in
curious.
just out in the open?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Jin's
Yeah.
very confused. Like, what the fuck? Who are these people and why do they attract such weirdos?
We are the weirdos, man.
One
Let's
of
go.
us. One
One
of us.
of us.
Varys starts walking.
Cool.
Do
So-
you want to check the door?
I think you guys were gonna go back and
Yeah,
around.
We're going down. We're going down.
Back and
Yeah.
back and down? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh, it's the elevator, right?
yeah, so you're back through this the same way that you came, so back this way, all the way around here, through there, down there, into the elevator. And
We didn't want to look in any of these doors. Okay, cool.
no, it's just yeah. From your
Speed up the
experience, it's all
process.
just
Skelly is
Let's go.
gonna point out which ones would have peaked.
well, Varys
Yeah.
Varys, roll an investigation with advantage.
For sure.
And we'll streamline you guys looking everywhere.
With advantage.
Yep. Not much
And
better.
then Ailey's the general looking for things as well, or
No. This is just to streamline you guys looking throughout all of the machinery stuff. So we'll say that you did make it through. Anyway, it is definitely all just construction stuff. That putting together the pieces for bigger clockworks, such as the Behir and the dragons. That's it. That's all you find.
Rip.
Cool.
that's what we find in the machinery rooms, or in the
So
whole
that's
thing?
so all in that top level that you were just in.
Oh, okay, sweet.
So now you've come back down.
That's what I was like,
And now, you've got a couple of areas to inspect.
Sorry. Did we go back through the room that had the giant dragons in it?
No.
Okay, cool.
No, I very purposely started walking in the other direction.
and Ailey just followed.
Yeah, you didn't see any. In fact, you didn't see remnants of any enemies at all. You would have seen the clockwork Behir being constructed by 2 smaller clockworks. Well, not they hadn't resumed construction, so to you they would have just looked like statues, essentially. Jin has not run into anything like these creatures before, so it would have been very much like, it's a cool art piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to not have him just know all the things immediately.
That's our
Um,
move.
So the first door that you guys have not been through would be in this room. Right here. Plus there's some other stuff going on in this room. You guys had previously just run through, for sake of tracking down children. So, what's the plan?
Okay.
Ailey wants to
but
look for all the
in-
secret doors and look for any locked doors, because, her obsession
Yeah.
with locked doors.
But in this room, Jin, you would have seen a couple of destroyed clockworks. So probably just, someone's destroyed those art pieces.
Sure.
All right, so you're investigating the store, really?
No, this is Ailey's, like, check over the room of how many doors are locked and are there any secret doors.
Okay.
That's her, like, general, she's not, if she finds a locked door, then she would investigate that door before she unlocks it. She's just checking which ones are locked so she can be like, we should go through the locked one, because that's her logic.
Okay.
But if they're all open, then she won't know what to do.
Right.
That's when she relies on the others.
Yes.
What
Jin,
do you mean none of the doors are locked?
you were saying something, Jin?
Oh yeah, a lot of Jin's context for artwork is from like temples, so he probably is trying to figure out the religious significance of the art.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
he's
this would
certainly
very
not
much, very much look like a decrepit temple to you, honestly.
Yeah.
A massively vast temple. Actually, hold on, we went down a
One
fucking
that likes
elevator.
meat
Oh my
or-
god, we went down an elevator. Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
What about that?
Make a Constitution saving throw. Yeah.
Varys moves and puts his shield over his head. Just in case there's rain from on high.
All right, you get it. You feel the shift of the elevator, and well, it immediately comes up into your mouth, but you manage to swallow it back down.
He again pretends that he's fine.
Yeah.
This is fine.
But this is a weird temple you're in.
It seems to worship metal.
Yes.
That's all you can get.
Yeah, there's a lot of-
Maybe it's a metal dragon
A
one.
lot of metal.
See the metal dragon.
Yeah. But yeah, so you've been through this door before, but you only very briefly were in this room before you had to run this way. This is back the way that you came. There's a toilet in here. This is where you just came from.
There's a toilet.
Yeah, there is a toilet. And this door has been unchecked, but is not locked.
Alright, let's go then.
Just
said
go.
that
That one
unlocked?
is locked.
It is
or not?
it is not locked. Just going straight
okay.
forward, or
Yep.
cool. All right,
Well,
let's
Ailey
do
will follow in that case, because if all the doors were unlocked, she will just follow wherever someone tells her to go.
a corridor leading to another door.
Mm-hmm. This door locked?
Ailey will investigate the corridor, because it was a corridor they found the other one in, right?
Yep.
Let's have a real fucking good look in this corridor.
Get real close all over this corridor. It's just a regular corridor.
Yeah. John will probably be like, looking at the corridor so intensely.
Props. So in this room, you find a set of desks, essentially, up across this.
Ailey
this wall
loves
and this wall.
rifling through desks.
Yes. So there's one up here and one down here.
I'll
So-
have a look at
Is
the
one of them
I'm
made
closest
out of
to.
like mahogany or anything like that? What kind of desks?
No, they are made out of metal, I'm afraid.
Oh, they're metal, but they both look the same.
Yes.
All right, then Ailey will just go to whichever one Varys does not go to.
Cool.
So is it like that?
No, down the bottom.
Down the bottom.
There you go.
Investigation.
If you want to investigate it, yeah.
Like what else? Yeah, of course. She looked too well at that other one.
Yep. Don't find a hell of a lot in there, I'm afraid.
Is there anything on top of it that she would just swipe as a like consolation prize?
No, it seems like whatever was in it or on it or used for has long since been degraded or disappeared.
Lame.
But Varys opens up his one and spots a key. seemingly magical, as it has been untouched by time, but it is made of bone.
Ooh.
And from his newfound skills, I will get him to roll an Arcana check for me.
As soon as Ailey sees it, she'll be like, "It's a skeleton key. It'll open all the things."
22 Arcana.
Yep, this bone key is certainly magical. It seems to allow the casting of a spell. You're not sure exactly which one.
Do I have access to my stuff?
You do, if you'd like to.
I would like, as a ritual, if I can. It will take some time.
It will take some time.
To cast Identify.
Okay. What's everybody else doing during the ritual?
How long does the ritual take?
10 minutes, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, Ailey will be long gone in that time. Well, actually, she would investigate to see if the room has any secret doors, seeing that...
I mean, unless we want a short rest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you guys take a short
rest.
sit down while Varys does.
If we're short resting, I can do a few items like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If you like.
Cool. So the bone key and then those new weapons we've got.
Yes. So, one's already been looked at, the sort of sharpness. I believe Nemi actually took the other one that had not yet been identified.
Yes, fair. So,
you've got a glaive and this bone key. Okay. Well.
I also, because I probably won't be taking the short rest, I'll just do this instead.
Okay.
I do have those potions that I could identify too.
Yes, you could.
Oh. This is handy.
So, yeah, 10 minutes for each of them. So, one for the bone key, one for the glaive, and one for each potion. So, 40 minutes of resting, if everyone's alright with that.
Yep.
Jin's probably not going to rest. He's probably going to faff around and rifle through all the desks and anything else he can find and just generally be...
obnoxious.
Yeah, obnoxious and kind of like he's got ants in his pants.
Knows what he's doing, totally. That's why
Yeah.
it's happening. Yeah.
Totally.
Absolutely. He's on mission.
Yes.
Ailey would probably actually be drawing the different things that they saw and adding that to her book of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, she's got a few clockwork dragons and robots and things in there. But she'd probably be trying to draw some of the process from what she could gather from the conveyor belt.
Fair enough.
Can't gather that much because it's her, but you know, someone might be able to read the pictures that she has drawn and make sense of them.
One day maybe.
Hey, she's got to keep working on her biography.
Yeah.
All the cool shit she fought.
Totally.
Historians will understand it one day.
I'm sure they will think they do anyway.
Exactly.
Anyway, so the bone key appears to somehow it's a magic well above you, but it seems to allow the casting of bones of the earth 3 times a day, and seems to draw its power. It is a magic unlike anything you've seen before. Well, you thought that at first, but then you remembered that Thrakus has a very similar key. Key of Hallowing.
Do you want this then, Thrakus? I'll hand up the key.
Sure. Is it glowing? I like glowing things.
It's not glowing, but it is made of bone.
I'll take it.
Yeah, that's right.
Deal.
Luckily,
Can I-
Ailey was distracted. It should be like, I want it.
Well, it's not sparkly or anything. Can I test that it's made out of real bone by licking it?
Yeah, it's porous.
Hell yeah. Can I roll a perception on that?
Sure.
Science lick. Ah,
That's
shit.
bone.
Cool. So it sticks to my tongue,
Yeah.
and I just waggle it at everyone like, ha, ha. It's real.
Varys isn't
No.
paying attention. He's already on to the next thing.
Ailey will be clapping, as Ailey does.
Okay.
We should
Well.
use it to go unlock all the doors.
I don't think that's what it does.
Aww. What kind of skeleton key doesn't open all the skeletons in people's closets? What the hell?
It gives you access to bones, so kind of.
Junt is absolutely fascinated and is trying to investigate the key without actually grabbing it from Thoricus.
Fair.
I tuck it in with my other key. Just give him a sideways glance there, like,
He resists the urge to like snatch it and instead kind of gives you a smile.
good on him for resisting the urge because he gets to keep his fingers.
Cool. The glaive is the glaive of terror. It has 3 charges. While using it, you can use an action, expend 1 charge, and release a wave of terror. 30-foot radius, 15 DC, wisdom, saving throw, regular fright and stuff.
Oh, in this time would Ailey be able to unattune from the fire one and attune to the other one instead?
Yes.
Sweet. What do I do? What do I click? I think there's an unattune, but I don't know how to like reattune.
Yeah. So.
Short
Flame
sword.
short sword.
Sharp. Oh, it looks like you've already attuned me to it.
No, I
Oh
have
no,
to
it says attunement required.
required for that one, and reattune to sharp sword of short sword. I mean, of sharpness attuned. There you go. You're attuned now. So Ailey, for the first 10 minutes of Ailey's life, sit still long enough to unattune and reattune to something. Right. Potions.
Sits with it on her leg or like in her mouth as she like draws her picture.
Exactly. Perfect. The other the potions. One is instant drunk. You drink it, you'll be entirely inebriated, no matter how strong your drinking
Ailey
habits
can
are.
finally get drunk.
Yeah.
Don't tell Ailey about the potion.
No.
Varys hears this as he's doing his ritual, and he does not say what this potion does.
No. And the second one is become incorporeal, which makes you incorporeal.
That's pretty cool. Makes you like a ghosty thing. You can go through things. Cool.
Yeah.
Put them into my pack.
Okay. I will put all these things in the frickin' old.
The question though is, do they have to drink the whole potion?
Yes.
Or can we pour some of it into people's drinks
No,
to get them slightly wasted?
You have to drink the whole thing for the effects.
Is there any way Ailey can adjust the potion with her brewing mastery?
No. If you had alchemical mastery, then maybe. But anyway, person, bag of holding. Bag of holding gets instant drunk, become
Technically, if they ever
incorporeal.
run into a bunch of dads, Ailey would have advantage of being able to talk about beer brewing with them.
Yes, entirely. Cool. That's that. It's nice. Yeah. It's been a few minutes, 40 minutes sitting around. As Varys sits at the desk, channeling his new arcane powers on these items, identifying them.
He's like practically vibrating with excitement that
Oh,
he can
yeah.
do magical things.
Aliens
You're all
will just be
amazed.
like, I thought you hated magic.
Eh. That's all he says, 'cause otherwise he's concentrating.
Cool. So, next room.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if there's no locked doors, Ellie will just follow everybody else.
Well, people investigating this room. I mean, you haven't really had the chance to look at it before, so.
Yeah, now that we're not under duress.
Hmm.
What?
Is that an investigation?
Yep. Uh, 15. Yeah, no, there's not really much else to this room, other than myriad of bullet holes from Elaine's firing off its clockworks. This door has been well exploded from your mines and grenades previously. So that way is definitely the way that you guys had been previously.
What about?
But yes, but this room has as yet been unexplored, as it's where Clockworks came out of the first time you guys were here.
Yeah, I suppose there is a giant crater at the bottom of that doorway.
There is indeed. So, which way?
Jin is very confused about the bullet holes
I bet.
and is going to just like go stick his finger in a bunch of them, like really, really confused.
Okay.
Varys is gonna walk
Is
up
it
and
very obvious how confused he is? Like, is Ailey gonna take notice and be like, oh yeah, there was an accident kind of thing? Or would she not even notice what's going on right now?
Yeah, he's probably not being that obvious.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, as everyone else is investigating the room, which they mentioned what you guys are doing, kicking up
Yep.
piles of rags and stuff. Jin is obviously also investigating the room and just
Yeah.
looks at these. So it is not super obvious that they're confused about what happened.
Excuse me.
So, north or west? East. West.
Did you say waste?
West.
West. My favorite direction.
Excuse
It's
me
a
again.
little bit better than north.
Do we go north first?
Like,
Alright.
it's easy, so yeah, just.
So,
do-
before you go on in there, there's like an army of inactivated guys. From memory, that's this one, right?
No.
No,
No.
this is
That
just a
was
room
the
we hadn't
That
been
was
in.
upstairs.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All good then. It's like the way it was partially lit, I'm like, is this the one?
No.
Okay. I haven't died yet. Come on in.
Well, that is one way to look at it.
Alright. So, a couple of doors in here. Otherwise, not much. Just some rags. Like normal for these downstairs rooms. There's just lots of rags on the ground where clockworks seemingly were stored.
Just as we're walking around, can I sort of take in Jun's person and sort of see like what weapons they've got or what if the scythe was all there was and that sort of thing?
Sure, roll an insight. Well, with your newfound magical ability, you take in that Jin probably has magical ability of their own. Their scythe does seem to be magical in some way. They're also wearing magical armor as well. But otherwise, it doesn't seem like they've got much else. You know, they've got like a bow and some daggers on their person. Not much else in the way of like crazy weaponry. No, certainly no firearms.
Ha. Fair enough. It's a nice scythe you've got there.
Thank you.
For soul harvesting.
Oh, absolutely. And he kind of twirls it awkwardly, given that it's a two-handed weapon and he's twirling it with one hand.
It's kind of just a lot of effort to get it to go up and over.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Like you can tell he thinks he's being cool.
Varys pulls out his gun and spins it once before putting it back into its holster.
Jin is kind of startled and goes, "What on earth is that?"
It's a gun. A firearm.
It causes weird shit to happen, and he nearly killed some children. And then Ailey goes back to her drawing.
Yeah, thanks for that.
She's gonna traumatize everyone in the process.
Jin is confused and horrified.
I mean, I don't think that Ailey was actually in the room for that, but yep.
Oh,
No,
I
there
didn't.
would've
I
been-
told you I was sneezing. I couldn't drag my.
No.
No.
I mean, when that happened.
Yeah, and could have screamed that from the other room. They were still making their way in.
I meant that Ailey wasn't present when that bullet went off. They were in the other room.
Oh yeah, they physically weren't there. Well, I mean,
No, but I found out about it later because you were being all angsty. Remember?
there was some, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Anyway,
Plus, just in general, like she could have not known that and just said that because it's Ailey.
that's true. Anyway, what are you guys doing? A couple of doors.
What do we see in this room?
With those
So
conveyor
you got
belts
two.
again.
No, so there's no conveyor belts on this floor at all. No machinery or anything. This again looks like it was a storage facility for more of the clockworks. So there is bunches of rags on the ground in patterned positions, and otherwise not a hell of a
Ailey
lot.
investigated both doors because
Okay.
they're both locked, right?
Yes, both of
Bottom
them-
one is the first roll, top one is the second.
Okay. Both locked. Don't seem to be trapped.
She will do the usual, unlock them both, and then pick a side to go through. Oh, nope, I guess
Okay.
that one didn't unlock.
That one did not unlock.
What? Alright, no. Was this because earlier when it told me that I needed to refresh my page and I didn't?
No, that's not how that works.
Just want to check. Oh no, there we go.
Anyway, Ailey tries
Yeah.
and fails to unlock both of those doors.
In this case, she now pulls out, god damn it, which weapon would she? She'd pull out her sickle, once it lets me click over to it, and just start hitting the door.
Just start hitting the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jin's going to laugh haughtily and come over and kind of go, "Oh, allow me. And he's going to pull out his own thieves' tools.
Ellie's gonna be like, I think I broke them earlier when you gave me a frog.
And unlock their door.
That is going to boost his ego way too much.
Ailey will just be like, and the other one? She'll like stand back with her sickle still in hand, pointing at the other one, probably holding one of her other daggers.
Well, if you haven't damaged the door too much.
You hear the grinding of metal as you're well sure that you have well broken the lock on this door.
Oh,
Yeah,
at this point-
Jin is totally going to get really angry, like irrationally angry, and join the Ailey school of just smash it and hit it as hard as he can with his scythe.
Okay. Roll a
I mean, Ailey
strength
was
check.
looking at just breathing fire on it, but too many people are gathering around now, so she won't.
Yes.
I mean, I was just going to try and kick it in, but alright.
Yeah. Roll a strength check, Jin.
Okay.
No, you grab the scythe, you're trying to slam it against the door. It bounces back and smacks you in the head.
Ooh,
A little dazed. You go, it's a strong door.
you okay there, friend? It looks like the door snuck up on you.
Okay.
Jin is gonna storm to the other side of the room and like, oh, that's what I wanted to do!
You wanted to hit yourself in the face? Okay.
At this point, Ailey's just gonna open the other door and start going down the other corridor. I won't make her go too far. I'll just take her to the door, but yeah.
Could I, just because I find it really funny, I
Mhm.
really hope it works, could I do a strength check?
Sure.
Could I try and kick the door?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, Ailey didn't even do a strength check. She just had it this way. Oh!
Snigger in June's direction and just boot the door in.
Yeah. It's just this cloven hoof comes up and just poof, doors open.
That is great. Oh,
Varys'
God,
grin
he
is
did
from
it.
one ear to the other.
All my best rolls are out of spite.
They truly
Jin's just
are.
gonna sit there stand there staring at his feet and like kicking at the ground a little bit and like pretend that he's not interested in following.
Are you coming with us?
I can't open the door. Oh, there we go. Ailey!
Ailey's gone down the
I did
corridor.
say Ailey, like while you were all doing that, Ailey was like, just gonna go this way. Do I need to roll anything before I roll investigation? Because she didn't check before entering the room.
No, you just enter the room. There's a couple of desks lined up here across along the wall.
Oh, yep. So she'll go up and like,
Oh,
maybe
nope,
these
nope.
ones.
Nope.
No,
There
no.
has been no furniture. There has been no furniture in this dungeon so far, Ailey.
No, there was desks earlier, remember? That's how you got the key.
Yep, metal desks.
So these are metal?
They are metal, yes.
Yep.
Are they like
Ailey
adult?
had better luck. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Are they like adult-sized desks, like an office, or child-sized desks, like a classroom?
Adult-sized desks, like an office.
Okay.
But none of them are mahogany.
No, they're all metal.
Good. That seems less suspicious.
Alright, Ailey investigates this desk.
Yeah.
You find a bunch of papers that all seemed like their stuff that was on them was all worn out.
like sigh and be like, ugh. And if no one else has done the other desk, then she'll go investigate that one.
Okay.
But she'll take the
Well, I
papers
imagine-
with her.
Yeah, I imagine that Varys will have investigated it before you.
Is that the case?
While Ailey's doing the other one, I imagine.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh, oh, slid right off of the investigation there. There it is.
Wow.
Thank goodness for that.
Oh boy.
It was nearly a 1 again.
hmm So similarly, you find a bunch of papers, but one of the papers you find is a little bit interesting. It doesn't have writing or anything on it, but it seems to have a series of holes in it, all lined up, like all through it, in various patterns. I'm not sure exactly what the functionality of this was, but it seems to have been done
Would
on
Ailey
purpose.
know? Probably not, right?
No, none of you would know what this is.
Probably
God damn
something
it.
that we should take to Joe before we head out. He's probably
So
more
her
likely
knowledge
to
of
know than us.
codes, it wouldn't trigger something
No,
that
you
could be
wouldn't-
like a secret language. She wouldn't think of it of what it actually is, but would she think it was some kind of them leaving behind some kind of secret language discussion to each other at least?
I mean, just roll an intelligence check for me, Ellie.
Sure. Just ability check?
Yeah. No,
Oh wow, fancy that.
it wouldn't cross your mind at all. Yeah. Even having known codes and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, it would seem extremely alien to you to use paper in this fashion. I mean, the paper that they're using is entirely different to the sort of scrolls and stuff that you guys are used to. You know, you're used to like dull, like gritty paper, right? Whereas this is like stark white, well pressed and cleaned paper, and like in regimented, nice shapes. Like this is leagues beyond anything that you guys have seen in advancement. And this sheet of paper, you know, for all you know, it could have been like but fed into a clockwork that's just made these holes randomly. But either way, it does seem of some importance to you guys. You just have no idea what it could mean.
Well,
Enough that we
try
think we should give it to Joe, though.
Yeah, at least.
and try and keep it as intact as possible and put it into my pack.
Cool.
All right, onward.
While this is going on,
Mhm.
can Jun investigate this door
Sure.
here?
Yep.
Is it locked?
Nope.
He's gonna open it
Okay.
and just wander through.
Cool. He peers into an empty room. And peers through the door to a bunch of clockworks that are dead on the other side. So, destroyed statues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Similarly-
really hated this art,
yeah.
clearly.
Yeah. Similarly filled with holes and, you know, and some with, you know, melted bits, some with, arrows sticking out of them. It's looking a little less like these were art installations than things that have been recently fought with.
Jun's confusion and desire to understand has gotten the better of him, and he's gonna kind of walk back into the room and go, there appears through that room. It looks like someone is fighting with the art. I'm very what are those things?
Ailey's gonna like start rifling through a bag, being like, "Who was destroying my art?"
If you're referring to the clockworks, there were some that were damaged and or corrupted. We had to fight them.
Clockworks.
Yes,
What's that?
like our friend Joe.
Yeah, so you definitely saw Joe before it, but he seemed more like he was like a living thing.
Yeah.
You know, he talked and he responded and he was active. You're having a hard time, and he was also wearing like sorcerer's robes and stuff. Like
Oh yeah.
he looked like he could have been wearing maybe like a mask or something. That gave him the glow. You know, you've seen plenty of weird wizards do things like that. So that's probably what you were thinking there. But you would have some understanding of clockwork as an idea, as it would have been like, you know, watches or pocket watches at the very least. You would have seen something like that, but nothing on this scale. But yeah, like a regular pocket watch. You're familiar with the idea of a clockwork device.
Okay. He's gonna kind of look to Varys and go, a clockwork, like a wristwatch or a cuckoo clock.
I mean, much more advanced than that. They are capable of completing tasks. They have language. They are. The only thing is that they were being controlled, or some of them were too old, and then things were going weird with their programming. But yes, they're much more than a simple wristwatch.
He's kind of gonna narrow his eyes at you, like he doesn't quite believe you, and he's confused, but he's just gonna go, uh-huh.
Pretty dangerous. I'd advise not getting into melee fights with them.
Good to know.
Keep them at a distance if you can.
There's also another door through there. Should we have a look?
Why not? We're here.
Yeah, let's go.
So Ailey will just walk.
Go. Thoracus is just gone.
I thought we were going to the other door that I came.
There are multiple
You're
doors.
cutting out for me.
Oh yeah, he like gestured through the door when he said that.
Yeah, I've not been paying attention to him very closely.
Yeah.
We can go back and check the other door afterwards.
Cool.
Is this door locked?
It is.
Jin is going to attempt to unlock it.
All right.
Ailey's just like staring at him the whole time.
Does not succeed.
Ailey,
Yeah?
could I borrow your lockpicks? I think I need to instruct our friend here on how to unlock doors.
Hang on, wait, maybe. So she'll try to unlock the door, whether that's success or not.
Yes,
and
that
then
succeeds.
hand over the lockpick.
I mean-
Like hand over the lockpicks and then just like go through the door. Oh fuck's sake. There we go.
Right.
Jin's just kind of going to glower at him.
You have a couple more discs. Top and bottom.
So Ailey will go to that one. She's probably on
Have a
top
look
of it
through
now.
these ones.
Yeah, Jin will search through with the other two.
All right. Which one of you is higher? Investigation.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
I believe that my investigation is the
Oh,
highest.
Yes. Well, Ailey and Jin search the bottom one and don't really find a whole lot.
Yep, no, Not surprised there. Not surprised.
Varys searches the top one. Finds more papers. And a clockwork gear that seems to be made of the same material that everything else is made out of, the same magical metal. As to why it was kept away in this desk, I'm not sure. Seems a little bit too large to fit in any of the clockworks you've seen so far. It wouldn't fit in any of the humans, person-sized ones, and all of the pieces that you've seen of the Bahir and the dragon wouldn't use something like this.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it's too much fine motor control. It's weird.
Strange. Make a mental note to see if I can identify it later.
Cool. All right. So for the rest of this place, can I get you guys to? I'll just get you, Varys, to roll an investigation at advantage to see what else you guys find for the rest of this place, because there ain't a whole lot. Okay.
I need the advantage.
All right. So, in the previously, so down the corridor that that Ailey had previously been in, that you guys pulled them back from, right at the end of the corridor there. There was a locked door. I'm assuming that you guys make it through it. I'm sure you guys will, honestly. With a crit, I'm just going to have to let you say that you did. You
with
find...
most of Ailey's rolls up until then. Beautiful double one.
Varys unlocks it himself.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Like,
With that.
I want my lockpicks back now. You done?
With that, you find a magical sash.
Ooh.
Not sure what it
How
does yet.
shiny is it?
It's not very shiny. It's like leather and basically like a leather buckle, more than anything else. Like leather belt.
That won't immediately take
But it has like pouches on each side that seem to be for holding potions. So they would fit potion bottles in them. Upon initial inspection, it doesn't seem like there's much going on there, but you get the feeling that it requires attunement. Yeah. You do find a
Way
room.
louder for me.
Oh, okay. You do find a room to the north that has more clockworks in it, peering through the door. Do you guys want to try and fight through them to see what lies beyond them, or would you like to not?
Hey Jun, do you want to see how you stack up against some art?
We'll see how they handle me.
Cool.
Okay,
Ailey immediately flies up in the air.
cool.
She knows.
We will get to that next time.
Yeah, don't stop.
Yeah.
It's through this door here. Cool. Thanks everybody for joining us. That has been Dragons and Dungeons. Yeah, on a Monday. It's crazy.
Totally not a dragon and dungeons.
Yeah, totally not a dragon in Dungeons. thanks everybody for joining us. You can catch Pyro Shadow here on YouNow over on Twitch. Catch Mix Lenore also over on Twitch.
But I'm not on Twitch anymore.
You're not on Twitch anymore? Okay, then just here.
And the Divinity was the last one.
Well, there you go.
Maybe one day I'll go
But
back.
also thanks to Bronster and Van Vertigo for joining us as well. Tomorrow on the U and the Fano channel, Beef Kings will be back probably with more Graveyard Keeper. Wednesday we'll be back with more Vermintide. Thursday I'll be back with something, probably including some of these guys. And then Friday more Random Guy's wife Viggy Viggy. Saturday more Random Guy. Sunday more Beef, and then Monday right back here. We'll see how the team, this brand new team, tackles Clockworks. Yeah. And see what else into the new cool stuff they've got. And possibly figure out the ramifications of telling the humans about the magic. We'll see. Cool. I'll send you guys on your way.
And I think it's tomorrow night is voice acting on here. Well, on my one.
Yeah, on here, Pyro Shadow. You can check that out.
Otherwise on Wednesday. Not quite sure. Gotta ask 9.
You'll figure it out. Check out Pyro Shadow for when it's gonna happen. Goodbye.
Bye.
End your recording. Goodbye.
The most